Hi. So this video is for the woman that needs to know all the details. Okay. You need to see everything explained step by step, and I'm gonna give it to you. Okay. So I'm gonna use this compact today. I've got my contour, I've got a color corrector, I've got a highlight, a secondary highlight, I've got my lip and cheeks here, I've got some eyeshadows, illuminator, and powder. There's actually one more that I want. I want another highlight color to use that I like to use as a brightener. So I'm gonna get some linen in here. Okay. So we'll get that in there. All right. These are the brushes I'm gonna use. We're going all out. So I've got 6 brushes here that I'm gonna use. I have washed my face. I have put toner on, and I put moisturizer on. I'm going to pull my hair back a little bit. Okay. Stay spray. Whoa, what is that? Okay. I'm going to use this line brush, and I'm going to go ahead and put some Stay Spray on the spoolie end. And then I'm going to use the brow wax, and I'm just going to kind of rub that in there all around. And then I'm going to take my brows and I'm going to put that on. I have eyebrows, but you can't see them because they're blonde. Okay, I'm going to let that dry a little bit. I'm going to put some lip conditioner on. Okay, the reason I'm doing that is because I want it to kind of, you put the moisturizer on your skin so that it sets into your skin like 15-20 minutes before you put your makeup on. And that's, I'm doing the same thing for my lips. I'm just conditioning them while I get my makeup on. And I've got some fakey lashes on. And then I'm going to take the Perfector sponge, and I'm going to use that Stay Spray again. I'm putting it on the Perfector sponge, and I'm just going to go all over my face. You can see I got some pimples. I've got dark circles under my eyes. I don't like spraying the the Stay Spray directly on my face because it's cray cray. Okay, it sprays like crazy. I'm gonna get my eyelids. Okay. Now, that linen that I got, I'm gonna use that just on my finger, and I'm gonna prep my eyelids. That was a little bit too much, but that's okay. So I'm kind of using this as an eyeshadow primer. It's going to help my eyeshadow stay so much better. I'm not used to these little lashes. And I have a bird outside my window. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but so obviously I look crazy. This is the Detail Hack brush, and I'm just going to, you can use a brush. You don't have, like I use my finger. You didn't have to use your finger, but I was gonna do that. I really like linen because it's such a light color and you can see all the eyeshadows. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my eyeshadow brush. I do my eyeshadow first because if I get any fallout, I can wipe it away easily or cover it up with my highlight. I do have a hooded eye. So I'm going to go in with a matte color. And I'm just going to create a shadow here to make it seem like I have more of a crease. Because obviously, when I'm looking at you, you can't see my eyeshadow. And I have to create that up here. And it just takes some practice to kind of blend. Our eyeshadows are so pigmented that you really do have to blend a lot because they're just so bright. Okay. There. Can you see the difference in how my eye looks more open over here now? Because I've contoured it basically. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. And I'm just barely, let me show you. I'm just barely tapping that in to the color and then tapping it off. If you want to know any of the tools that I'm using, go ahead and jot them down. That way you can take a look at them later. Okay, so that's my matte color. I think I might want a little bit more over here. It's a really pretty color too. Okay, then I'm gonna take a shimmer and I'm going to put it right here. And I'm just going to kind of make a circle. And I'm just gonna kind of keep blending until I have my desired effect here. I'm just trying to make it dark on the outer portion. And here's the thing too. It's gonna look like a hot mess before I get done, okay? But trust me, it will all come together. It's a little bit tougher to do when you have hooded eyes because you can't really close your eye to do eyeshadow. I actually never did eyeshadow before this. So it looks like I need a little bit more over here. And then I'm going to take the fluffy end and I'm going to go over that a little bit. Okay, not too shabby. I like to keep a microfiber cloth handy, and then I just wipe my brush off, especially when I'm using different color eyeshadow. So I'm going to take the shimmer again, and I'm going to go right under my eyelids. By using this end of the eyeshadow brush, it gives you more of a softer line. And I really like it a lot. I don't even, honestly, since I started learning how to do eyeshadow, I don't even really use eyeliner anymore. Obviously you can. Let me show you a little trick. So I've got this multitasker and I'm going to spray on the small end. And if I wanted to do some eyeshadow, I'm just going to dip it into my, not eyeshadow, if I wanted to do eyeliner. And the thing about the Stay Spray, when you have hooded eyes, it doesn't make it transfer up to the top of your eyelid, which is amazing. If you don't use our Stay Spray, and you have another brand of setting spray, that's perfectly fine. You use what works for you. Just make sure it does not have silicone in it. It will not fare well with the cream makeup. Okay, so you see, I could do a little bit more eyeshadow or eyeliner there if I wanted. And I'm just using the same eyeshadow that I used on the outside corner of my eyes. Just to maybe define that a little bit more. Okay. Perfect. Now I'm gonna go in with Oak eyeshadow. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna show you how you can mark where your brows go. So take your brush or a pencil. That's where my eyebrow should start. And then I go right over the middle of my eye. That's where my arch should be. And then on the side of my nose to the outside corner of my eye, that's where my eyebrow should end, okay? So then I'm just gonna take my eyeshadow and I'm going to, I like a more natural eyebrow. I don't particularly like them really thick. I just kind of outline it and then I go and fill it in. And you know those lines that you just made, they will wipe right away. You don't have to make the lines. So I do that. And then with the spoolie end, it will kind of clean it up. Fancy. So that's how I do it. So again, we'll do it over here. Just for shits and gigs, okay? Outside edge of my nostril. Right there. The center of my eye. And then the outside corner of my eye. Right there. Oh, and I want to show you that I've had this Oak eyeshadow for a year. And I have blonde eyebrows. So I have to color them in. And of course, I shaved my eyebrow off. That is the most important part of your makeup routine, and that is your skincare. So if you don't have a good skincare routine, you are not going to have very good luck with your makeup. It's just the truth. I recommend dermaplaning. I recommend washing and moisturizing every morning and every night. So there's my eyebrows. If you wanted to, you could spray a little bit more Stay Spray on there and just kind of do that, but I'll go over it again later. So if you don't get dermaplaned, these right here, these Tinkle razors, you can buy them on Amazon. You can get rid of the peach fuzz yourself. And what it also does, I don't know if you can see the hair, but it also gets rid of dead skin cells. And that is like 75% of the time, that's the problem. Your makeup is just sitting on top of those dead skin cells, so it's not going to do anything. All right, now let's get into the nitty gritty. I'm going to use this Detail Hack Brush, and I'm going to start with my contour. Sorry, I had this allergy thing. So I'm just going to contour around my forehead. The whole idea behind contour is that you want to create a shadow because your face isn't flat. And when you put foundation on, a lot of times it makes your face look flat. You're going to find your cheekbone and you're going to go right underneath your cheekbone. And I just tap it, kind of curve it, and I go around there. Then I'm going to go around this way. And you can swipe it on your chin. Like that. Now look what I've got here. I've got an E, and then I'm going to do the same thing over here. Find your cheekbone. Here's a good way to find your cheekbone. Take a pencil or you roll it up and you find your cheekbone right there. So I want my contour right there. And your contour is your foundation. So the parts of your foundation would be your contour and your highlight. They have the exact same coverage. And therefore you don't have to worry about doubling up on it. All right. So there's how I do my contour. I've got an E over here and I've got a 3 over here, or maybe it's backwards on the video, but you get my point. I'm going to take the smaller end and I'm just going to contour my nose. This is going to give my nose the appearance of being slimmer, which, if that's your cup of tea, do it. If not, don't worry about it. Okay? My eye's kind of watering. All right, then if you want to wipe off your brush, you can. If you don't, it's probably not going to transfer. I am using this mango color, and that's what I'm going to color correct with right in here. You see my dark circles. Just tell me what you're wanting to mask and we'll get it figured out. Like, you know, you can't get rid of everything. You just try the best you can. And I don't know, that's just the way it's going to go. So now I'm going to take my all over color and I'm just going to use the other side. And I'm going to dab it everywhere that I did not put my other stuff, okay? And it's really simple. It's kind of like a paint by number kind of thing. And around my eyes, I want to dab because I've got corner or wrinkles and stuff like that. So first I'm going to dab it. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to swipe because I'm going to clean up that eyeshadow. And then dab it back in. I'm going to do the same thing over here. And you can always go back at the end and fix up any eyeshadow that you want to fix up. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and blend that. I'm going to start with my highlight. And the reason that I don't put my lip and cheek on first is because I tend to blend it away. So now I'm going to do the contour. And up here, you want to go into your hairline because you don't want a line. And then you just kind of blend it in with the rest, with your highlight color. Okay. And get your hair out of the way. And then right here on my cheeks, I actually like a little bit more contour. And I just kind of push it up. Again, get rid of those harsh lines. I'm going to go ahead and do this side again too. And just blend that into your hairline. And just kind of dab it. Okay, and then down here, you don't have to worry about dabbing on your jawline because it's not as tender a skin. Pull that down onto your neck. Okay, so boom, it just got really dark outside. Let's brighten it up a little bit. Okay, I don't know why I have a little glare. All right, so there we go. I want to make sure and stipple that under my eye because I don't like it when it sits on top of my wrinkles. All right, now I'm going to use that linen that I primed my eyes with. I'm going to use that again. And I like to call this my $14 eye lift. I put it here. And I put a little bit there. Pretty crazy, huh? And I'm going to put it in the center of my nose. I'm going to go ahead and dab that on. I'm going to pull that contour down a little bit. All right. Now in here, I'm trying to brighten up the corners of my eyes. It makes your eyes look bigger. And then on this, I'm just going to swipe that up and kind of dab it in. I'm just tapping it. And it gives me the look, the illusion of a little eye lift. Okay. There we go again. And just kind of tap it in so it blends in. And then I'm going to tap that in up there. Brighten up that little area above my, or underneath my eyebrows. On my brow bone. Perfect. All right. Now I'm going to take, I'm going to finish some eyeshadow here. I'm just going to put the shimmer on my fingertip. And that's how I'm going to apply it. I feel like you can see the shimmers so much better if you use your finger. That's freaking gorgeous. I mean, you gotta admit, that's gorgeous. All right, then I take my eyeshadow brush again, and I'm just going to make sure there were no harsh lines in there. And actually, I think I need a little bit more there. Okay. Pretty, pretty. So now I'm looking at my eyeshadow and I kind of do want to go in with just a little bit more under there. And I will put, I'm going to use this part of my multitasker. I'm going to finish that off right in the corner. And I'll probably put a little bit right here. Man, that color is really pretty. And that just brightens up. You see how it's gonna catch the light? It's gonna be really pretty. All right, and I don't know about you, but I have problems finding the right mascara. Right now I'm using this Thrive, and I'm just gonna put it on my bottom lashes because I have the fakies on the top. And another thing is mascara takes me forever. I have like the puniest eyelashes and it makes me mad. So I am forever in search of a mascara that's gonna make my eyelashes look longer. I have yet to find one. Even this Thrive. It doesn't really work for me like it's worked for other people, I know. Okay, so there's the mascara. Then I'm going to use this blush and bronzer brush. And I'm going to skip on over to my lip and cheek. And I tapped that in there 3 times, and that's probably a lot. Yeah, that's enough for both sides. And I'm just going to flip my brush over. And this is one of my favorite colors. I just love it. All right. Then I'm going to use this detail brush again, and I'm dipping it into my contour just a little bit. And I'm trying to make my bottom lip look a little fuller and my top lip. Try to give me, again, it's all about illusion. Okay? I'm going to get into this multitasker. And that linen that I used for the $14 eye lift. I'm just going to kind of tap that in. Right there. There. I got an itch. Okay. Now, I'm going to go back to my contour. I'm just lining my lips. With a little bit of that contour. It's the same contour that I use all over my face. Just like that. Then I'm going to take the same color I used on my cheeks. And I'm going to use another color because I like a little bit of gloss. Okay. And I got it on my teeth. Okay. So that's really it for that. And I made a big mess. All right. And the last thing is illuminator and my powder. So I'm going to go ahead and do my powder first. And this is the powder brush. I'm just going to take it like this. And the reason I like a little bit of powder is I get oily right in this area. If you don't get oily, then you're lucky. But I'll get a little bit right in these areas. So I just kind of tap it in there. Okay. Then I'm going to take my finger, and I have this beautiful Georgia illuminator, and I'm going to put it right here. And I'm just going to, do you see how it catches the light? I'm going to do that on both sides. I'm going to put a little bit there and a little bit there, and then I'm just going to kind of rub it in. Look how it's catching the light. So pretty. And then I'm going to put a dot there a dot there. And again, I just kind of rub it in. And then right there. Okay. So that is the whole face in a nutshell. Everything that I used was in this compact. I could have put my brow wax in there. I had room for it. I just don't usually keep it in there. I used the multitasker, the eyeshadow brush, powder brush, blush and bronzer, the detail, and the line brush. At the end, you can take your Stay Spray, spray it back on your perfector, and you go over everything. And what's nice about this is not only are you setting everything, you're also picking up any excess. I like to do it right in here because I get a lot of excess makeup off that way. And you can kind of put it over your eyeshadow. See, I got off all the excess. I put my Stay Spray on and we're good to go. So, we'll see you next time.